So with the Vandal side, you can't buy it anymore. You're gonna have to be able to get it in the universe. I suppose you can buy it off other players, but I think they've got like a stupidly high price tag if you bought one off another player with IRL money, because they're like collector's items. But you're able to get them in the verse. My corporation is going to be specialising in capturing alien tech. But the other ship they've added into 1.1.5 is the Merlin. Now, the Merlin is a little tiny fighter. It is carrier dependent, so it can't refuel itself. It basically needs to dock with other stuff, or planets, whatever. It can't fly around and get fuel in the verse. No fuel intakes. It is very, very carrier dependent. No jump drive or anything like that either. So just bear that in mind. It is, however, very beautiful. It's slightly longer than an M50. Those wings fold down in combat, and the Constellation can carry one. It's going to be sold for $20, I believe, on Friday, so next week, as a standalone only ship. But people that have got Constellation Aquila and a Constellation Andromeda, they'll get permanent Merlins. They come with the actual ships. Anyone that's supposed to have any form of runabout or better small fighter, so people with, let me explain that, people with an Idris, people with a 890 jump, people with a Carrack, people with a Phoenix, you're all going to get loaner Merlins until your ships are done. Please add in the comments if I've missed any out. Let's jump into. I was having problems with this earlier, actually flying around. So if we can't fly around, we'll cut the video short. We'll at least have a look inside and have a detailed look at the actual ship. So that's a size 2 Gatling gun on the front of it. It's ballistic and it can be removed, but it can't be replaced by anything else at the moment. And those other two lasers there, they're size 1 and it's size 1 mounts. But that's pretty much it. That's the only, you don't have much modability with this. You might be able to change the gun in the future, the front Gatling gun. But you can change those size 1s guns on the side. You can change them to like Omnisky 3s or something like that if you wanted. Have to wait and see what actually works as a good loadout when 1.1.5 comes out properly next week. But let's jump into Arena Commander and some Vandal Swarm and do a couple of waves.
Vandal Swarm.
Well, I didn't expect this to work. Let's get the lag while everything loads in. Deal with it.
Warning.
So, every time I've tried to use the Merlin, it would infinitely load. So I'm using someone else's account. And thank you very much to Soleith for allowing me to use your account. Very much appreciated. But yeah, so I think I had a Constellation Andromeda. And when trying to load the Merlin in from there, it just has issues. So look at the HUD here on the Merlin. It looks absolutely fantastic. Nothing quite like it in the verse currently. I'm going to turn off the sound. There are sound bugs in the PTU 1.1.5, especially with the Merlin. Turn the speech down as well. So you're going to have to listen to my dulcet tones here. And we're going to see how this bad boy does. Right click is going to be the very slow firing Gatling gun. Or at least it takes a while to spin it up. So holding it down, it takes about a second and a half to spin up. Now, I'm flying in relative mode because all the guns are fixed anyway. I have heard that this is actually pretty hard to fly. Oh, that's the Merlin's pretty sexy. So what are you doing, a laser computer? But I have heard this is pretty hard to fly. It looks absolutely fantastic. Let's see if we can get this dude. Come here. Oh, it looks so beautiful, Star Citizen. It's going to make for some amazing in-game filming. This is the first game I've wanted to do, like, in-game... Oh. Kind of stories about, in-game fiction. All filmed in-game. And I really like just the CryEngine. I think it's just a beautiful engine. Some people have said, look at that. It might not be the best choice for mass action, but they've got so much money and they're editing it, and Chris's vision is so large that hopefully they can do it in the way they intend. If they can't do it in the way they intend, they'll at least do it in a way that is pretty good. We all have dreams about Star Citizen. Oh, look at the Merlin. I'm going to stop ranting about how much I like Star Citizen, how much of a fanboy I am. I'm going to try and fly this Merlin. So it's $20 ship, standalone only. Some people will get free ones with their Constellation Andromeda and Aquila. So some people, anyone that's bought them will get a free Merlin with it, a permanent Merlin. And then people that are supposed to have any other form of small ship with their ship, like with their Idris, with their Karuk, with their 890 jump, with their Phoenix, they get a loner Merlin. That little radar in the bottom left is really weird. I'm not sure if I like it. How do I turn off just Comstab? I don't know in the PTU, which is annoying because I would turn G-Save and Comstab off so that I get a bit more control over my ship. Let's try and take this bad boy out quick. The Gatling gun seems to have quite a long range. I'm not sure if that was just a bug, but it said I could shoot him from quite a way away, and that's definitely not the M3A lasers. So this is a totally stock build. I don't think I've got any missiles. No, I don't. I really like the voice. We can see that I've got fuel, which is the boost, but it doesn't recharge. Unless I'm mistaken, that it doesn't recharge. And that will be the... I'm not sure why that's... All the other ships, I assume, have got a limited boost fuel as well. Like, unless they don't. I don't really know how that works. I mean, in a persistent universe. I know at the moment they recharge. But I think one of the things that the Merlin's going to have is it's going to be incredibly carrier dependent. So it's not going to be able to survive, really, for any long period of time without another ship carrying it. Thank God that I refuel at wave 3 of my ammo, because I am spamming it away. But I do like the look of it. It's a shame that the sound's bugged, and I've had to effectively turn it off. Oh, come here. But it does fly alright. I mean, I've had, like, basically almost horror stories of how bad it flies in the PTU. But it feels alright. Its armament, I want to be able to change that Gatling gun on the front, or I want to be able to change well, at least the M3A laser cannons into either Omnisky 3s or sledges. I mean, sledge 2s would be fine on there. But you can't seem to put anything else other than Bulldogs on there at the moment, or the M3As, which is annoying. I would consider, like, I quite like the idea of sparks on it as well, or marksman missiles, but missiles wouldn't be important. But I just like the idea of the Merlin. It can be carried on a lot of ships. I'm assuming you'll be able to mod a lot of different ships to be able to carry them. And they provide a purpose, which is a little defensive fighter screen, or we can use them as scout shuttles, lots of stuff like that. Going down into smaller areas that, like a large ship, you wouldn't want to take into like a very dense asteroid field that you're searching. You might not want to take your Constellation. Am I? I'm approaching that simulation boundary, am I? But look at that. Look how beautiful that ship is. Look at those engines. Do a quick turn. So it feels a little bit frame laggy, this ship, compared to normal ships. Now, I've noticed that in a lot of PTU ships. They've just added a ship, or they've got a new damage state, or whatever. They are a bit laggy, and I assume these have got the new damage states. I'll do a video on the new damage states for this and this Scythe, because I think it'd be nice to... Well, I think Zen will probably quite like to shoot me. Oh my god, I didn't realise I could target them well in this mode. That's quite useful. See if I can actually kill one, because this is quite pretty. I haven't turned off depth of view. As you can see, that's why it's blurring stuff in the background. I don't like that personally. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm out of ammo from my Gatling gun. And I can't hit this dude for toffee. Right. It's no more toffee time. Don't want to hit him for toffee. I want to hit him with the actual guns. So, I mean, I like the Merlin. I think it's an absolutely beautiful ship. We're just finish off these couple of guys, and then we'll call it there. I'll just finish off wave 3. But yeah, I heard it was really bad for flying. I actually think it's pretty good. It feels alright. It just flies a little bit differently to some of the other ships. And certainly not as differently as that Scythe did. And that Scythe was totally different. Seems to be going pretty slow now. I'm not sure why that is. Countermeasures? Do I actually have countermeasures? Ah! I don't think the ship has countermeasures. This has got a different button for countermeasures. That's always good to know. That means fast missiles are going to be its bane. So the weapons don't seem to overheat, really, as well, which is nice. And I think if I put a little bit more power into those weapons, I could probably just fire them almost permanently. No, still won't let me fire them constantly. Thanks very much. Oh god! No, I haven't got any. And it can take a pounding as well. It's got the same sort of glitchy HUD that the Scythe did. Obviously not as glitchy. And it's glitching on purpose. It must be said that. Getting a little bit better with the Merlin as well. I actually quite like it. I think it's going to have loads of uses in the verse. And when you can change the weapons to sledges or those Omnisco 3s, it's going to be great. I wouldn't go for the Bulldogs on it, just because I actually think you can get a lot more damage output on people with the M3As than the Bulldogs. It's just my personal weapon of choice if I had to choose between the two. Just those size 1 repeaters just aren't particularly good in my opinion. Unless you've got a fully supportive gun range. They just don't pack enough damage with single shots. And these aren't particularly amazing, but let those guns recharge a little bit. Come on, die! Woo! Well, that's the Merlin, guys. We're going to have a brief look at it, because all I can do is show you some spinning of me and shooting one that Merlin, but it looks like a great ship. I like the fact it's only going to be $20. That's nice. And it does look like a kunai knife. Whee! Oh. I wonder if I can eject. Can I eject from it? Can you let me respond?
For reintegration.
Can I eject? Do you have a... You do have an eject. Oh. You can explode. Boom.
Stand by for reintegration.
Oh, dem bugs. Dem bugs.